Welcome to your 45-minute flow. My name is Cassandra and I'm here to help guide you this morning. There is so much pressure on ourselves, especially with social media. We are trained to design ourselves and our lives to look a certain way for others to see. It can be challenging to follow your instinct and be yourself when there is so much judgment. Many people nowadays feel invisible, feel as if they're not understood or heard. How do we trust our wholeness if we do not fit into a societal box? How can we feel worthy if we do not have a large enough audience? Today's class is about authenticity. We are going to use specific poses to help us stay grounded and connected to and nurturing our hearts. We are going to connect to the non-material parts of ourselves, which remain steady and unaffected regardless of what is happening around us. Living our truest selves. In moments of doubt and disconnection from who we are, trust the soul, which does not require an audience to be complete, valuable, and miraculous. It just is. So we're going to start with 3 big breaths through the nose and out through the mouth. So on your next inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale, inhale, exhale, For the rest of the practice today, we're going to continue with our Ujjayi breath. It is an inhalation and exhalation through the nose with a slight constriction to the back of the throat. So we're going to be starting in cat-cow pose. So from a tabletop position, neutral spine, shoulders over wrists, and your hips over your knees. You're going to inhale as you drop your belly and gaze up towards the sky. And on your exhale, you're going to round your back and look towards your navel. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. You're going to continue this for 8 more rounds. 8 more inhales and 8 more exhales. And when you're ready, you're going to meet back into a neutral spine. On your next inhale, you're going to put your feet onto the mat. You're going to lift your sit bones into downward facing dog. This is the first down dog of the day, so if you're tight or anything like that, you can pedal your feet, wag your tail, whatever you need to do. You can have a bend to your knees. Try to keep the base of your foot as far down to the ground as you can. Your fingertips are going to be spread wide. Your toes are going to be spread wide. Grounding every corner of your hands and feet into the floor. Keeping your spine elongated, hips up towards the ceiling. On your next inhale, you're going to lift your right foot up. And on your exhale, you're going to step it in between your hands. We're going to do Warrior 1. So your front foot is a 90-degree angle Your back foot is a 45-degree angle. You're going to bend your right knee so that your knee is stacked over your ankle. Your arms are going to be directed up towards the sky. Shoulders are going to be down away from the ears. You're going to gaze up in between your fingertips. Your spine is elongated. Inhale, and on your next exhale, you're going to open up into Warrior Two. So your front foot and back foot are still at the same angles. Front is a 90-degree angle to the front of the room, 45-degree angle for your back foot. You're going to gaze over your front fingertips. You can either have your palms facing up or your palms facing down. Your knee is still bent, stacked over your front ankle. Your hips are going to be directed to the left side of the room. Really ground into all four corners of your feet. You're going to straighten out your front leg. We're going to go into Peaceful Warrior. So you're going to drop your left hand back and down towards your right hip. Your front arm comes up. You're going to gaze up at your fingertips. You're going to open up your chest. Come out of this pose, back into Warrior Two, back to Warrior One. You're going to bring your hands all the way down to meet the front of your foot. You're going to bring your right leg back to meet the left. You're going to pedal out your feet. We're going to be going into our first flow of today. So you're going to come all the way into plank position. You're going to exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upwards facing dog or cobra, and then exhale, downwards facing dog. Take this time to catch your breath if you've lost it. If at any time you're feeling tired or weak, I recommend going into a wide legs child's pose. So on your next inhale, lift your left leg up. And on your exhale, step in between your hands. You're going to plant your left foot at a 90-degree angle, your back foot at a 45. Warrior One. Once again, you're going to stack your left knee over your ankle. You're going to direct your hands up towards the sky. Your shoulders away from the ears. You're going to gaze up. Inhale, and on your next exhale, you're going to open up into Warrior Two. So once again, your left knee is stacked over your left ankle. Your palms can be facing up or they can be rooted down. You're going to look over top of your left fingertips. You're going to ground down to all four corners of your feet. Your front foot is at a 90-degree angle, your back foot at a 45. On your next inhale, you're going to straighten out your front leg. On your exhale, you're going to bring your left arm all the way up. Your back arm's going to reach back and around onto your left hip. You're going to gaze up at your right fingertips, opening up your heart. Breathe right into your chest cavity. Give it all your breath. To come out of this pose, you're going to go into Warrior 2, back into Warrior 1, and then you're going to bring your hands all the way to the mat, meeting with your left foot. You're going to bring your left foot all the way back. We're going to be going into another flow, so come forward into forward plank, and you're going to exhale, chaturanga, inhale, upwards facing dog, and then exhale, downwards facing dog. Once again, take this time to pedal out your feet if you need to do so. On your next inhale, bring your right foot up to the sky, and on your exhale, bring it in between your hands. We're going to be going into high lunge on the right side. So your shoulders are going to be away from your ears. Your hands are going to be directed up towards the sky. Your front foot is at a 90-degree angle along with your back. Your knees stacked over your ankles. Your back foot, the heels lifted off of the ground. You're going to elongate your spine, look in between your hands or directly in front of you. You're going to bring your hands back down to the floor. You're going to bring your right leg back to meet the left. We're going to go do a flow again. So come into plank position. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upwards facing dog or cobra. And then exhale, downwards facing dog. So we're going to do high lunge on the left side. So you're going to, on your next inhale, lift your left leg up. And exhale, bring it in between your hands. Both feet are 90-degree angle to the top of the mat. You're going to bring your arms all the way up. Your front knee is stacked over the ankle. Shoulders are down and away from the ears. Your spine is elongated. You're going to look up towards your hands, or you're going to look directly in front of you. Bringing your left leg all the way back to meet your right. Once again, we're going to do a flow. So you're going to come into a plank position. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upwards facing dog or cobra. And then exhale, downwards facing dog. So you're going to hop or step to the top of your mat. You're going to inhale, halfway lift. exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms all the way up. You're gonna have heart, hands heart center. So I'm gonna come into the center of the mat to show you guys. So we're gonna be doing eagle pose, but only the arms. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your right arm and you're gonna wrap it under your left arm. And then you're gonna wrap it one more time around your left arm and your palms are gonna touch. If this is too much, it is very okay to just stack your arms on top of each other, and then you can place the back of your hands against each other. If you do want to go a little further, you can fully wrap it all the way around. You're gonna lift your arms up higher into the air, bring your shoulders down and back. If you do want to go a little further and add in the legs, you can do so. So you're gonna put the right leg over top of your left, and then you're gonna wrap it around once more until your toes are reaching all the way around. You're gonna direct your gaze up towards the top of your fingertips. You're gonna hold here for a couple of breaths. On your next inhale, you're gonna completely unravel your legs and your arms. Reach up towards the sky, exhale, forward fold. You're gonna heel toe your feet apart. You're gonna grab onto your big toes with the peace fingers. You're gonna inhale, halfway lift, and then exhale, forward fold. Release your big toes. You're going to heel toe your feet back to center. And a halfway lift. Exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. You're going to bring your hands all the way up towards the sky. Hands heart center on your exhale. So we're going to do that one more time, but we're going to do the opposite side. So you're going to bring your arms all the way up. Bring your left arm underneath your right. And you're going to put your palms facing each other. And once again, you can do your legs as well, but you don't have to. If you're not wrapping your legs, you can direct your arms up towards the sky. You can go into a seated squat position, bring your big toes together and your knees slightly touching. On your next inhale, you're going to release your arms all the way up and your legs. And then you're going to exhale, forward fold. So you're going to come to the top of your mat. Feet are slightly, just a little bit distance apart, big toes touching. You're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Swan dive forward. You're gonna step or hop back to the back of your mat. You're gonna exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upwards facing dog or cobra. And then exhale, downwards facing dog. We're gonna do one more flow, so you're gonna come all the way up to the top of your mat in plank pose. You're going to exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Bring your knees all the way down to the floor. We're going to be going into a cobra pose. During this pose, I really want you to send your breath all the way into your heart. So your Hands are going to be slightly by your sides at your upper chest. The tops of your feet are going to be resting onto the mat. You're going to inhale as you lift your chest all the way up, bringing it back and lengthening, and you're going to really focus on your breath and bringing it into your heart center. And then exhale and slowly bring your body all the way down, resting your left cheek onto your mat. Your hands can be by your side, palms facing up. We're going to do that pose again, so bring your hands by your side, alongside your chest. You're going to inhale as you lift your chest up and out. And then exhale as you release your body down, cheek on the opposite cheek to the mat. Rest your arms by your side. We're going to do that pose one more time. So your hands by your chest. You're going to inhale as you lift up your torso. And on your exhale, you're going to lower all the way down. This time, you're going to rest your forehead on the mat. So you're going to come all the way up into tabletop and then back down into downward facing dog. So we're going to do another flow. So come into plank pose, exhale chaturanga, inhale upwards facing dog, cobra, and then exhale downwards facing dog. We're going to lower knees to the floor again. We're going to do a locust pose. So we're going to come onto our stomach. We're going to bring our hands to our sides, palms facing up. We're going to direct our big toes to touch so that we're internally rotating our thighs. On our next inhale, we're going to lengthen. On our exhale, we're going to slowly raise up our feet and legs and arms. You're going to gaze slightly in front of your mat, elongating your spine, engaging your core. And on your exhale, you're going to slowly lower your entire body to the floor. Your left cheek is going to go down onto your mat. And we're going to take a couple breaths here. So we're going to do this pose 2 more times. On your inhale, you're going to lengthen, and on your exhale, you're going to bring your arms and legs all the way up, gazing slightly in front of you, engaging your core. Palms are facing up. Your toes are touching, internally rotating your thighs. And on your next exhale, you're going to slowly lower everything down to the floor. You're going to put your opposite cheek on the mat and gaze in the opposite direction. So one more time. On your next inhale, you're going to lengthen, and on your exhale, you're going to raise your legs and arms all the way up, gazing slightly in front of you, palms facing up, your toes touching, internally rotating your thighs in. You're engaging your core. And on your next exhale, you're going to slowly lower everything down to the floor, resting your forehead onto the mat. We're going to come into a wide-legged child pose. So come into tabletop. You're going to bring your big toes to touch. You're going to you're going to sit down onto your heels, making sure that your hips are slightly wider apart. You're going to fold down in between your legs, extending your arms all the way out in front of you. And then your head is going to rest on the floor right in between your arms. On your next inhale, you're going to come up into tabletop position. We're going to be going into a bow pose. So you're going to come back down onto your stomach. You're going to bend your knees. And you're going to reach back behind with your arms. And you're going to grab onto the inside on the ankles. You're going to be gazing slightly forward. You're going to be pressing your feet into your hands. And as you do that, you're going to lift your legs up and your chest up, directing your gaze slightly further in front of you, pushing back into your feet. And on your next exhale, you're going to slowly release everything down towards the floor, resting your left cheek onto your mat. So we're going to do that one more time. So bend your knees at a 90-degree angle. You're going to grab onto your ankles, lifting your chest up, opening up your heart, On your next inhale, you're going to lengthen, and on your exhale, you're going to push into your hands and lift your legs right off the ground so that you're resting onto your hip bones and your lower abdomen. Really opening up your chest, creating space in your heart cavity. And on your next exhale, you're going to release everything to the ground, opposite cheek onto your mat. So we're going to go back into a wide-legged child pose. So coming up into tabletop position. You're going to bring your big toes to touch. You're going to bring your leg, sit right onto your heels. You're going to widen your stance of your legs. You're going to slowly walk forward with your arms. And then you're going to rest your forehead right on the mat. You're going to really take this time to focus on your breath, the inhalation and the exhalation through your nose. Follow your breath through your body, into each crevice. Hold extra space for your breath in your heart. Allow your heart to feel the breath move in and out. On your next inhale, you're going to come back up into tabletop. If you need a drink of water or to wipe your forehead, this is the time to do so. And when you're ready, you're going to meet us on your back. So we're going to be doing a lying down supine twist. So we're going to bring the left leg all the way up to meet the right leg all the way up to meet the left thigh. We're going to bring it all the way onto the opposite side of the left thigh. And then you're going to bring your arms all the way out to either side. And you're going to direct your gaze over top of your right arm. And your hips are going to be going to the opposite side of the room. Bring your legs back to center. We're going to be doing the opposite side. So your left leg is going to bend, foot planted on the ground beside your right thigh. You're going to bring it all the way over onto the opposite side of your right thigh, directing your hips to the right side of the room, arms extended out, looking over top of your left shoulder. to center. You're going to bring your knees into your chest and give them a nice big hug. You can rock side to side. You're going to extend your feet up. You're going to grab onto your big toes with the peace fingers. We're going to do a happy baby. More big breaths through your mouth, or in through your nose and out through your mouth. So you're going to go inhale and then exhale through your mouth. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Going to gently release your legs all the way down to your mat. We're going to go into our final Shavasana. So your hands are going to be by your side, palms facing up. Your feet are going to be extended right out flat on the ground, slightly wider than hip distance apart. You're going to take this time to focus on your breath. Your Ujjayi breath, the inhalation and exhalation through your nose with a slight constriction to the back of your throat. I will let you know when Shavasana is over, so take this time for you. If thoughts come, allow them to come and then let them go. Bring your thoughts right back to your breath. Focus on your breath. Focus on your breath in your chest, opening up your heart center. Take this time for you. For your authentic self. Thank you so much for showing up for this practice today, for yourself. Thank you so much for allowing me to take you through this 45-minute flow. I am so honored. This is my passion. I hope you take this authentic life on this mat today and bring it into your everyday lives. I hope you can see the beauty that you can bring into this world. I hope you can see how amazing you are as a person, how you can be yourself, and how others will see how amazing that you are as well. Because you truly are one of a kind. And you truly deserve to be who you are. From my heart to yours, namaste.